What is going on, everybody? I am Rob Westerman, the third of GBP Daily, and welcome to the Rob Westerman Show. It is Thursday, September 19th. Happy Thursday, everybody. We are just a few days away from Packers-Titans down in Nashville. A game I had circled on the calendar because I was wanting to try and get down there, as I have never been to Nashville. Thought it'd be somewhere cool to go. And there's a Packers game down there. But unfortunately, I didn't make it happen. Nothing specific, mainly just a lack of planning on my part, I guess. But nonetheless, it's going to be a fun game. Something about last weekend to the effect of just really having no idea what to expect when the game starts just kind of makes things a little more exciting or nerve-wracking, if you will. We didn't know how the offense would do with Malik back there. We're still, or at least I'm still in waiting mode with our defense. I'm kind of scarred over the last decade or so when I've expected the defense to be top 10 in the league and then obviously being let down each and every season. But excuse me. Yeah, kind of wait and see mode for the defense thus far. Braden Narveson, our rookie kicker, still don't really know what to expect when he goes out there. Although he has done pretty well these first few weeks, he's only been on the squad for 20 days or so. I do have a pretty good comfort level whenever he's out there to attempt a field goal, and he has missed a field goal each of the last two games. But at the same time, he's also, I believe, second overall in attempts, total attempts across the league. So he's doing a lot out there. And hopefully he can improve and get a little more consistency as the year goes on. So, Aiden, what's up, Rob? What's up, Aiden? Defense is scary. I know. During the first week, we gave up too many yards, too many points. Did get some turnovers, which is good. But, yeah, it clearly wasn't good enough. Giving up 35 points to any team is not good. So, week one, they were not very good. Week two, they were great. A few turnovers, only allowed 3 points up until late in the fourth when they did give up a touchdown to a wide open Alec Pierce in the corner of the end zone. I was talking about it the other day. Not sure who to put the blame on that one. I'm not a film guru, but it looked like Jair and Keyshawn Nixon had a little bit of a miscommunication. So I'm not going to say who that one was on. I'm going to stay in my lane. I'm not trying to get called out by any NFL players telling me to come try to do their job, which I have seen a lot of across the league these last couple of weeks, which is just kind of a weird argument. Anyways, let me get the banner up here quick. Jordan Love did practice yesterday, and after doing so, he told reporters that he is hopeful to give it a go this Sunday. Now, whether we see him play or not, seeing him on the practice field is just such a positive thing. Less than 2 weeks removed from the MCL injury, and he's already taken huge steps forward. It's just good to see. You know, I don't know about you, but when he went down against the Eagles, I tried so hard to ignore the possibility of our season pretty much being over before it even got started. Because we all know if he's down for the year, then I mean, no offense to Malik Willis, I just don't think he would be able to get it done throughout the course of a season. I wish if that were the case, I would hope that I'd be 100% wrong on that one. But Thankfully, as we found out on Saturday, the following day, that was not the case. And boom, here we are a game later, and he's already back out there. So good to see that. If I had to make a bet on whether he's going to play or not, and this seems to be changing as the week goes on, as we inch closer to Sunday against the Titans, and with the fact that he's now practicing yesterday. I'm still in the boat that he's gonna miss one more week before coming back in Week 4 against the Vikings, which is at home in Lambeau, noon game. We all know how cautious the Packers medical staff is, and for good reason. So I'm still leaning towards Malik being out there, being our starting quarterback for this weekend, and I'm completely okay with that. So let's hop in the chat, shall we? Everybody chatting it up already on this beautiful Thursday morning. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm live every single weekday, so if you haven't already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're all here just hanging out, talking Packers, chilling. So everybody is welcome. Before we get rolling with the questions, do you think Jordan should play this weekend? Give me a call. Give me a text. Be a part of the show. I'm kind of trying something new here. If you want to be a part of the show, give me a call. I'll take your answer to that question. The show line is 319-242-2332. Give me a call. Shoot me a text, and let's chat some Packers. Kinsley starting us off hot. I like it. I am so glad to see the Bears struggling and their fans shaping back into regular season form, which is misery. Kinsley firing off the chat early this morning. I do enjoy seeing the Bears lose, of course. I enjoy seeing their fans, unhappy with the product they're seeing on the field. But they've got to string some wins together at some point, don't they? Listen, I don't like the Bears. I don't like the Vikings, but it is easy to see that Caleb Williams does have some pretty good talent. I don't know if the offense overall is – I haven't watched a lot of the Bears football games besides Sunday night against the Texans. It seems like the offensive side just isn't that good. O-line doesn't seem to be blocking up very well. Keenan Allen, who they signed this past offseason, missed last week's game. Rome Odunze, who they drafted 9th overall, hasn't made any big plays. I don't think anybody on that team has made any big plays. I saw a stat the other day that Caleb Williams has yet to complete a 20-plus yard pass, so that's not good to see. And then DJ Moore, their star wide receiver, we all saw him on the sidelines the other day, looking pretty pissed. So, yeah, Bears fans shaping back into regular season form is a tradition unlike any other. Kinsley, thanks for hopping on. I appreciate you. Hope you have yourself a good Thursday. What else we got? Noah, can he play versus the Titans? I'm assuming you are referencing Jordan Love. Of course, who else would you be referencing, right? He practiced yesterday. He said after practice he was hopeful to play. Not entirely sure if he's been cleared, but we'll see. All signs are pointing to him at least getting healthier. I'm not sure if he's going to give it a go this weekend, but we'll see. Thanks for hopping on, Noah. Appreciate you. What else we got? Nicholas, comfort level for the game this weekend. What's up, Nicholas? I guess that depends on who's starting at quarterback. Clearly, that goes without saying. If Jordan goes, I'm pretty comfortable, probably 10 out of 10. Titans aren't very good. We are good, especially with Jordan back there. If he's not able to go and it's Malik, I still am surprisingly more comfortable probably than most people. The NFL, though, as we all know, it's just different. Any team can win on any given Sunday. You know the saying, any given Sunday. I was listening to my buddy Ben, the Green Bay guy, talk during his show, the Green Bay Rewind, which airs every Tuesday night at 7:30. He brought this any given Sunday topic up and noted the Packers-Chiefs game back in 2011. Now, we were undefeated, and I think for I think I speak for everybody when I say I didn't think there was any chance we were going to lose that game. Undefeated up to that point. The offense was the best in the league. Offense ended up being one of the best offenses in history of the game. And the Chiefs, they just weren't very good. But we had an off game, and the Chiefs won. So any given Sunday. So regardless of who's at quarterback, I am optimistic. I think we can get it done with whoever's back there. I think we'll probably win by more points if Jordan's back there. I think it'll be a closer game if Malik is back there. But like I said, any given Sunday, it's hard to win in this league, and that makes each win that much more special and that much more to cheer about. So, Nicholas, thank you for the question. I appreciate you tuning in, man. Have a good Thursday. Haley is back and at it again with me this morning. I think I'm the only one not concerned about Tucker Kraft getting double the playing time as Luke Musgrave. Now, this has been a topic of discussion, I feel like, these last couple of weeks because, yes, Tucker Kraft is pretty much doubling up Luke Musgrave on a snaps per game basis. But I think that's due to just the fact that Tucker Kraft right now is just the better tight end, and that's just at this point in time. I do think we'll see it even out a little bit more as the season goes on. But, yeah, Tucker's doing great out there. And I think when Luke sees the field, I think he'll start to heat up too. So, especially when Jordan comes back. A little more passing. So that's kind of where Luke Musgrave shines. So not a lot of targets to go around last weekend either when Luke was out there as much as we ran the ball. So I don't think it's anything to worry about. I don't think it's really a topic of discussion. Yeah, he is getting more snaps. But as Stenovich said, that's just kind of how the game goes sometimes. And hopefully it evens out. Because, yeah, Luke Musgrave is special. He's got special talent. And hopefully we'll see a little bit more out here, a little more of him out there on the field. Maybe this weekend during the Titans game, maybe next weekend against the Vikings at home if Jordan's back. So we shall see. Haley, thank you for the question or comment. Have yourself a good Thursday. Bichot over on Instagram. Jordan said sit down for the next 2 weeks. Cheesehead Brazil. Cheeseheads from Brazil here. Good to see you. Hope you enjoyed that week 1 game. Although we did lose, that's okay. Our squad playing in your country, I'm sure, was pretty freaking awesome. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had a good time. Bichote, Jordan should sit down for the next 2 weeks. The next 2 weeks? That seems like too long. I think next week, I'll meet you in the middle here. I think next week is when he's going to come back. And I think that's kind of an appropriate I'm not a doctor, of course, but from all the reports and all the articles I've read regarding Jordan's specific injury, it does seem like a couple weeks to rehab the MCL injury is a good timeline. Now, if he comes back this weekend, I do think it might be a little premature, but if, like I said earlier, the Packers training staff is more cautious than anybody. And if they think he's good to go, if Jordan thinks he's good to go, then week 4 against the Vikings, I feel like is a sweet spot. We're at home. You don't got to travel to an away game. And yeah, it's been a couple weeks removed. At that point had been about 2 weeks and 2 days. So hopefully he's for sure back by then. And hey, if he's going to go this weekend, we got to get as many wins as we can, obviously, throughout the season. And dropping these early ones or taking them for granted, I guess, is not the way to go about it, because it could come down to, one win or one loss, whether we make the playoffs or not. So if he's good to go, if the Packers think he's good to go this weekend, then let's get it rolling, baby. Come on now. Bichote, thanks for hopping in over on Instagram. Hope you have yourself a good Thursday. Footy over on Instagram. Appreciate you tuning in. Tucker is finding pay dirt this weekend. Absolutely. I think Tucker's going to get after it again. I know he's only had like 4 or 5 catches this season, but he's made him count. He's got a lot of yards after the catch, like he does, yards after the catch king. So I agree with you. I agree with you, Footy. He is going to get it. Shannon, grade 1 is 10 to 14 days. This Sunday is 16 days. He's playing. Matt was playing mind games, saying he was limited over and over again. Shannon, thank you for the analysis. I absolutely love it. Thank you for tuning in as well. That's good to know. 10 to 14 days. Yeah, this Sunday is 16 days. So if it is a grade 1, I guess I don't remember if it was actually announced that it was a grade 1. But if that is the case, then he should be ready to go, right? I hope so. Like I said a little bit ago, Shannon, if he thinks he's good to go, the Packers think he's good to go, then let him play. So we can't really just wait around and make sure he gets back to 100%. Although that would be nice. The season's, it's long, but it's short at the same time. Every game matters. So, Shannon, thank you for hopping on. I appreciate the insight. Hope you have yourself a good Thursday. Joe, Jordan was cramping up in Brazil. I'm worried about that since he's been sitting around. Joe, yes, he was cramping up. I don't really think that's going to be a problem. I know the coach said he did want him to get on the practice field before playing, and he was out there yesterday. So drink some water, eat a banana, drink some pickle juice. I don't think the cramps will be a problem. So Shannon, second opinion came back as a grade 1. Initial reading was 1 to 2. Good to know, Shannon. I need you to hop on a little more. I love these medical insights. Durant, I think J Love plays. I'm with you. What else we got? Liam, any insight on the Packers' new running back? So with the Packers putting Marshawn Lloyd on IR for 4 weeks, they in place signed running back Chris Brooks. He was with the Dolphins last year. He went undrafted out of BYU. And then this past preseason, he was released with an injury settlement. I know that probably wasn't what you wanted to hear, but all it was a concussion. I'm not downplaying concussions or anything, but it's better than a soft tissue injury, I feel like. But he's good to go now, and now finds himself on the Packers 53-man roster, which is cool to see for him. He's got good size. He's 6'1", 219 pounds. Played his first 4 years of college ball at Cal. Did very well there. And then last year, 2 years ago, he finished up his college career at BYU, then went undrafted and signed with the Dolphins. And so, yeah, we'll see if he's on the field at all this Sunday, but I imagine it'll mainly be Josh Jacobs and Emmanuel Wilson. So, yeah, Packers' new running back is Chris Brooks. So we'll see how that plays out. Thank you, Liam, for hopping on. All right, it is time for the fact of the day. Fact of the day brought to you by TickPick. They guarantee the lowest prices on Packers tickets. And even better, if you find tickets that are somehow cheaper than what they've got them at, TickPick will give you 110% of your money back. If you want $20 off your next ticket order, use the code Packers20 at checkout for $20 off. That code can only be used in the app. So download the TickPick app, use the code Packers20 for $20 off. They got the cheapest tickets out there. They prove it week in and week out. Download TickPick app, use code Packers20. All right, time for the fact of the day. After the Packers made their debut in the NFL, formerly known as the American Professional Football Association back then, in 1921, their first official league game was on October 23rd, 1921. And they started it off with a win against, guess it, the Minneapolis Marines, which is crazy to think about. They won that game 7-6, a real nail biter. So now the Packers, they were obviously created in 1919 officially, but they played 2 seasons as an independent team before joining the NFL. So fact of the day, the first official game for the Packers was October 23rd, 1921, and they kicked it off right with a win. 7-6 win over the Minneapolis Marines. You love to see it. Big shout out to TickPick for partnering up with myself. I've used them. I would never promote something that I'm not 100% on board with personally. So download the app. Use the code Packers20 at checkout for $20 off your ticket order. Rich A over on Instagram. Wouldn't be surprised if we use Jaden Reed in the backfield more the same way we used Cobb. Yeah, we saw Jaden Reed in the backfield quite a bit last weekend. Didn't get a ton of touches out of the backfield, but if anything, use him for a little distraction because he is a playmaker. So I do love the sentiment. It does remind me of Cobb, doesn't it? Similar size, similar play style. Although I do think Jaden Reed has a higher ceiling than Randall Cobb. Love me some Randall Cobb. That is no shot at Cobby. But I do think Jaden Reed has a higher trajectory, higher ceiling. So I agree with you, Richie. Throw him in the backfield, see what he can do. All right. Omer, where you been, Omer? Good to see you. I sit J Love one more game. Why risk serious injury? This team should be able to compete with a suspect Titans team without Love. I'd also try and run Jacobs again until the Titans prove they can stop him. Same game plan, no turnovers for Willis. Run Willis some, ride Jacobs. Omer, I agree with you, man. But I also do think the Titans are probably going to sell out and do everything they can to stop the run. So I'm hoping and thinking that the Packers are going to come out with a little bit different game plan this weekend. I think they know they probably can't run the ball, 30 plus times in the first half. And if they can, great. I absolutely love it. Ride it until it stops working, similar to last weekend. But I think the Titans D-line is a little bit better than the Colts D-line. So I think from the get-go, we're going to have to open up the playbook a little bit more. So keep riding Jacobs, though. He's that good where, they could load up to stop him, to try to at least. And yeah, Josh can still make some plays and make some guys miss. So I agree with you though, Omer. Ride Jacobs until the wheels fall off. I love it. Okay. All right, guys. That's going to do it for me today. As far as the show goes, as you know, and as I always say, the content never stops. I'm posting Packers stuff all day, every day on all the social media channels. So be sure to be following at GBP Daily. I will be back and at it again tomorrow, so I look forward to seeing you all then. And until then, I will catch you guys later. Thank you.